What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Yooka-Laylee. So I lost the footage from my last video and I have to re-record this one, but in that last video I got from 16 to 22 pages. I got an extra like 24 quills and a power extender, and so in this video I'm hoping to finish up this world. But since I've already recorded this, I already know what's going to happen. So, as far as the extra pages go, I know that a page for each world is getting all of the quills. That's simple enough, and I know that there's the one that's inside the monument. Other than that, that last one page, I'm not quite sure of where it's at. So, and as you can tell, I've equipped the tonic that tells me where things are. So, on the top of that tower right there is Blastooey, where I just had to shoot some things to unlock one, and at the very, very top of it was the power extender. And then off to the left of that was a gliding course, and over there was a reptile roll challenge thing where I just had to go through some hoops. I had also gotten a page where we filled the course with water using Nimbo, and then he started snowing, so it turned to ice, and it was another race against the cloud dude from the second episode that I recorded. So one thing that I did notice about the tonic that tells you when things are hidden is it also will whistle for quills. And that's also quite helpful. And so, yeah, just looking for quills. But I've also gone back into OBS and made sure that it will record all of my future videos, because what's going on today is absolutely nothing. I don't work, I don't have anything going on, and so I just plan on doing a block recording, and who knows how far I'll get. And so here's Nimbo, the poor cloud whose wife left him for a typhoon. Yep. And so the fire berries will unfreeze everything, and if you do it to him twice, it will make it so that way it'll make it so that everything will thaw, and then it'll dry up everything too. And so, yep. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait until I've 100%ed at least the first 3 levels. So that would be this one, Glitter Glaze Glacier, or Glitter Cave Glacier, Glitter something, and Moody Maze Marsh, before I decide that I'm going to go through the 5th level. And then eventually I'll probably go in the 5th level. That's where the gliding course was, and there's lots of bees. There wasn't a time, which was weird. Normally there's a time limit, but not in this one. But yeah, I plan on, once I get fully completed all of these first 3 worlds, I'm gonna go to the 5th world. This is inside the monument, which took me forever to figure out how to get in there. figured I would try everything I could, but yeah, so go to the 5th level, do like the 15 or so pages, expand the world, do a little bit there, then I'll go back to Capital Casino and waste my life away trying to do that again. But who knows how that's gonna go, because that boss fight was the worst thing ever. I'm still super upset that in this blind Let's Play, I've lost 2 videos worth of footage. One of them, I mean the stuff from Capital Casino, that was like 3 hours that I was gonna try to cut down and fast forward through part of it, and it didn't look promising to begin with. But, you know how it goes. As you can tell, I'm very lost. But it happens, especially in a world that's like as big as this one. It's a little rough, but I find the way. And in this part, I should be going up to the very top of the tower once again. So you'll get to see Blastui. Nope, I was wrong. I screwed up and went back inside the monument again. Because, you know, that's how it goes for me. I just struggle. As you can tell by the fact that I'm recording my commentary post completion of the video. Because hooray. So, yeah. I'm going to take a little break from recording, and I'm going to get a soda because I am thirsty. So, enjoy me just climbing through this for no apparent reason for a short amount of time. Actually, one last thing. This is where one of the pages where you had to eat a cannonballs so you got heavy, so they couldn't blow you. And then you talk to the page, and he's just like, they asked him if he could fit through the bars. And instead of turning sideways, he's just like, no, there's no way. I can't do it. And then it's just like, but you completed the blower challenge, so this chest is set to open in 1 second anyways. So, yeah. Alright. I will be right back. Don't miss me too much. Alrighty, I'm back now that my throat and mouth isn't so dry. So, as you probably could have figured out by now, I saw some quills on here, and I realized that I never got to the top of it. I'm not quite sure how I didn't in all of my time exploring, but I did not at all. And whistling constantly because, you know, that's how this goes. It also takes me quite a long time to figure out how to get up there. I'm not very proud of it, but it's true. One thing that I did realize is in, like, going back to these, now that I have, like, all these abilities, the platforming is a whole lot easier. Like, before, when we were in here, we didn't even have, like, the gliding ability. And that just makes all these moving platforms so much easier to do. But yeah, I also realize that the whistling is annoying, but it really helped me in this level, figuring out where things are. As you can tell, probably sooner than I could, is using that super jump fly move thing. Yeah, it doesn't work. And for some reason I thought that this would be a good idea again. That's how I got to the Reptile World Challenge too. It was right over on that rock to the right. So I originally came here thinking that I was going to climb that, and then forgot about it. And as you can tell, my friends are playing a bunch of games on Steam. One of them, For Honor. I've heard of it. I heard that it's kind of like a Mortal Kombat style game, but there's teams. It's like a 3-on-3 kind of thing, from what I've heard. It sounds interesting. Might get it. I don't know. Now that I'm working, I have more money. Because the story of how it goes is I graduated back in May from college. And I didn't work from May until like September, which is kind of why I started this channel. It gave me a fun thing to do. So, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, as you can probably tell, the page was blowing in the wind. Can't believe I'm still sick. It's been like 3 months. I just can't get rid of it. Planker. The one character who can't seem to figure out what we actually are. So, and Laylee is a vacuum cleaner. Remember that. There it is. Whee! Oh, I forgot about one other page that I got. There is a pool with a underground cave in it. So with our new bubble ability, we were able to go into the cave, and he was in perpetual motion because there was bubbles in a circle. I wouldn't exactly consider it perpetual motion, but hey, it happens. So, alright, with that page, we have 2 left, one of which is the 200 quills, and the other of which is inside the monument, which there is a door that I can't believe that I missed this entire time. But I did. This is not that door. As you'll soon figure out, and so will I, this brings us back up to Nimbo. So, turn around right away. Now, I never put like 2 and 2 together, but going inside the monument probably means like going over by the monument. You know, I just like to hang out by all these rocks. To be fair, no, that was just my stupidity. Like, there's no way that I could possibly defend myself in this situation. But, you know, this is probably when I actually figured it. No, not quite. I went back over here. That's a big issue with like so much of the terrain being climbable, is in my mind, if you can climb it, there's probably something there. I mean, that's not the case, but I mean, it's also cool. Like, I remember in like Super Mario 64, like there was all the slopes that were like super steep and you couldn't climb around. There I go. There's literally a path going to the door that I am supposed to be in. And this turned out to be one of the more complicated parts of this level, because there's so many of those. I also get the controls mixed up a lot. I also forgot that you need fire to break those until I saw the fire. So, but this is the part when I actually figured out that you can kill the robot things too. You don't just have to avoid them. There's a very, very specific way to do it, but no, you don't just have to avoid them. I wish that I would have known about that in. As you can see, I'm struggling. But yes, the grenade berries, I found out they're grenades, are the ones that you need to get through that. But yeah, this was definitely a challenge for not really knowing what I do now. But guess what these are? there was 200 quills. And you're about to see me get super lost too, because I can't seem to figure out where this goes. Now, one thing I did not do in this time is I did not die. So I'm wondering if it was like some of these other ones. Like there was the cave in... I don't remember if it was Moody Maze Marsh or Glitter Glacier, Glitter something. Where you had to keep eating like the glowy fruit so you could see. But then every time you died, you went back to the beginning. So I don't know if this would reset if I died or not. And I'd have to start from the beginning. If that's the case, that would be really stupid. But yep. This is me getting super lost. So yeah, soon I figure out the fantastic way to kill off these stupid, I believe they're called inept robots. Which, I love the play on words, or puns, if you will. No, that was awful. I have no sense of humor, so don't hate me, please. Alright, so I go all the way back to the beginning. Oh boy. You know, the whole post video commentary, it's not for me. When I'm actually playing a game, I don't talk quite as much because I feel like I'm concentrating. And that's like a big part of like the whole commentation thing. Is when I'm playing, I don't talk quite as much, and so that's kind of it. But now that I'm not playing, I'm just kind of watching the video and making sure that I talk appropriately as to what's going on. But I just kind of feel like I'm rambling. This is when I realized that those berries are actually grenades. Because I would love a plant that grows grenades for my backyard. That would be perfect. And that's when I figured out I could kill him. And then I enjoy the fact that I can, and I kill a lot of them. Just because I can. It was my method of remembering where I've been. For some reason. Like, if I had known how close I was to the end, I probably wouldn't have spent that much time. But I'm starting to figure it out. this is when I figured out, no, you can't shoot that from up there. Are you insane? But I'm pretty sure I figured it out, like, right away. No, I didn't. As I take another hit. And I guess just because, let's kill off that robot too. Because why do they deserve to live? This is when I figured it out. Wow, they put a grate right there? But yeah, so once I get this one, that is 25 out of 25. Which means I got all the quills and all the ghost riders. And there you go. Health extender, power extender, Rextro token, Molly cool. Felt good. Felt really good. I put a lot of hours into this game so far, so. At this point, I just kind of decided that I was going to go to the hub world because I had learned that by ground pounding Blastooey, who is Blasto's brother, if you remember Blasto from the very first episode back in Shipwreck Cove, Creek, Shipwreck something, where Yooka and Laylee live, that if you ground pound, you can get him to fire. So I figured that there was going to be at least one that would be easy enough for me to get. I ended up doing a little bit more. So, Ivory Towers. And I always forget that, like, there's some ramps that you have to roll up that it's just like, why? You have some steeper ramps in other places that are just beyond stupid. But yeah, I heard the pagey, and so I was just like, wow, that's probably there. And then I miss it and get hit constantly by this fire. And got an achievement for unlocking some amount of pages. And then I waste some time because I didn't realize that there's nothing down here. But hey, a pool of water with stuff at the bottom of it, it's gotta be kind of important, doesn't it? The answer is no. It is 100% no. But that's what happens when you play a game blind. You don't really know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And then I hear this obnoxious whistling. Which they have this nice area that's just here. I go through there and I was expecting at least something, but no. Ow. Yeah, I got a cardboard cut in between my middle and ring finger at work 2 days ago. Yeah, it doesn't heal there. That's not an option. But yeah, so with the whistling, like, it gets super strong when you're at the top of this statue. Which Dr. Quack never removed his vice president statue. And so, with the whistling, I didn't see anything. Like, you can hear it super, super loud right here. But it doesn't seem to be anywhere. And then, of course, I don't know when to give up, so it keeps going and going and going. So, I even explore all these pipes, and I get nothing. That's when I made a comment about how somebody has the guts to say that watching me play is dull. Like, I know that I'm not the best YouTuber out there. I mean, definitely. I don't have gimmicks. And, I mean, to be fairly successful, or like some of the big YouTubers, like Markiplier, like PewDiePie, I know, plays a lot of like horror games, and so does like Aaron Say What. I'm not really about horror games. I mean, as you can tell, the closest thing, or the only game that I've played on my channel that has horror classified is Hello Neighbor, which it's more like suspense. But I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. So, yep. And so, yeah, I finally decided to make my way back to Shipwreck something. I don't even think it tells me when I get here. It's batship crazy. Haha. Haha. Ha. And Blasto. His throat hurt and he almost lost his voice at the beginning of the game too. Ta-da! Another page. I don't know. I feel like it's pagey. And you're gonna see me fail twice in a row, because I'm just that good. So good. Here he goes, he lines it up, nope, falls off again. At that point, I give up. I know when to quit, to an extent. But guess what else I found? By that whistling, you can probably figure it out yourself. Ta-da! Another. That's also when I find the last quill in Ivory Towers, I believe. I think there's only 10 from back in the very beginning when we were supposed to buy our first ability from Trouser. So I'm pretty sure I got 9 in that first episode. If I didn't, well, we'll find out. get to the very, very last episode. That's when I heard a whistle. It's like you get to the very, very last episode, and you're short like one quill. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. This is when I can't seem to figure out where the whistle is for. But, you know, it's there. I just need to be smart about it. Yep, I also just decided to ignore the fact that I could actually crouch beneath that. There we go. And the whistling was for that health extender. No way. And then I see this other pool of water and I'm like, you know what? Let's see. Also forget the controls for being underwater. As you could tell by me constantly jumping. The correct answer is there's nothing under here. It's just part of the game design, which this game is designed fairly well. Like, let's be perfectly honest here. I wouldn't have played it for hours upon hours if I didn't really enjoy the game. So, yep. Basically, once I get in here, I'm going to end off the episode. So, if you enjoyed my video, make sure to leave a like. I'm not going to screw up recording ever again. I don't like it. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode. And as always, I'll see you next time.